Guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be the best of beauty for 2013. So these are products that I've loved 2013. This was a little bit tough for me. So actually I'm going to do this as a two-part. So this is going to be part one, which is going to be face products. Well, I guess it's all face products, but I mean like concealers, blush, foundation, and like those kind of things. And then the next part two is going to be eyes and lips and all the rest of the face. And yeah, so starting with part one, this was really difficult for me, you guys. I don't know, so I had to kind of think. There are stuff that I love now, but it's so new that I didn't want to say it was one of my favorites, because unless it's new and it really is my favorite, like it's blown everything else out of the water. But I had to kind of think like, well, what did I use in 2013 that I was totally obsessed with? And so I came up with the items. The first thing I'm going to start with is my moisturizer. This is my all-time favorite moisturizer, you guys. It's the Cetaphil Oil Control Moisturizer. It has a broad spectrum of SPF 30. I absolutely love this moisturizer. It just moisturizes my face, but it's unscented. It doesn't make me break out. I guess it kind of controls the oils. I'm not too sure, but all I know is that it doesn't make me break out. It has a really good SPF broad spectrum. So this has been my all-time, and this will probably be my favorite in 2014 too, because I have repurchased this many times. Next thing that is my all-time favorite in 2013, and this was like a later in the year love, but it is actually empty and it's the small bottle, but it's the Bobbi Brown eye cream. This is the Extra Eye Repair Cream, and obviously it's empty because I scraped it. I have a new one coming to me. It's pretty pricey, but even just this little one, this little teeny container, has lasted me like 3 months. So the larger one will last forever. I love it. I love the way it makes my eyes feel really soft and diminishes the appearance of lines over time. It's really moisturizing. I love it. Thing that is my favorite, my best of beauty for primer is going to be my Benefit Professional. I have tried many primers and pore fillers. This is just, I always keep coming back to this one. This is just my all-time favorite one. So it's the Benefit Professional. Foundation, I've used and tried a lot of different foundations. I love certain foundations, but there's just the one that stood out for me in 2013, and it actually was the only one that I have completely emptied the bottle and repurchased, and that was my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. And this just worked really well for my skin. It was a full, medium to full buildable full coverage. It's a great foundation. I'm actually not this color. I have another lighter color than this, but in 2013, I was just all about this. Like I said, I completely finished an entire foundation bottle, which I've never done in my life before. This is my second one. The next item on my best of beauty for 2013 is going to be concealer. This one was really tough, you guys, because I love the Balm Time Balm concealer. Absolutely loved it. But when I was thinking about this best of beauty, what was the one concealer that just stood out to me that I constantly grabbed for, always went for? And yes, maybe I loved the Balm, but this one actually I grabbed for all the time during 2013, and this is the Sonia Kashuk Concealer Palette Hidden Agenda. This one is actually my second one. I've actually repurchased this one already. I absolutely love this concealer quad. You can mix and match the colors because, if you got a tan, you can use the darker shade, or if you're kind of in between like I am, I mix the lighter shade and the darker shade together, and then they have the neutralizer shade. I never really used this pressed powder one, but I always reached for this, so this is included in my best of beauty. Setting powder, like I said, I have many favorites. I grab for different ones at different times, but this has been my all-around favorite, and this is actually the second time I've repurchased this. I hit pan on it already before, so this is the second one, and this is my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. the Shine Control Press Powder. And look, I'm almost like going to hit pan with this one too. So that'll be, and this is just the translucent one. I love this. It just works really well, sets my foundation and my under eye concealer. It's a great setting powder. And so the next item that I have is going to be my bronzer. This is my all-time favorite bronzer, and that is the Hoola, Benefit Hoola. And I will show you guys that I have hit pan on this already. Look at that. I love it. It's just the perfect shade of brown where it's not orangey, it doesn't get muddy. It's just the perfect buildable bronzer. It's perfect to contour with because there isn't a shimmer to it. That one I just go to all the time. It's my go-to. I love that bronzer so much. Next favorite or best of beauty for 2013 for blush. This, you guys, was hands down. I didn't even have to think about it. And it actually came in an Ipsy bag. It's my Be a Bombshell Cosmetics Sweet Cheeks blush. This is absolutely one of my favorite blushes of all time. And I'll tell you why. It has the perfect, it's the perfect color pink. It has like a sheen to it. So when you blend it out on your cheeks, you don't need a highlighter. This is just a it gives you a flush of color, but with a sheen to it. So it's just gorgeous. And I absolutely love this blush. I don't know what I'll do if I ever hit pan, but it's very pigmented. A little goes a long way. I've had this for a while, and as you can tell, it doesn't even look like I've really used it very much. And speaking of highlights, my absolute favorite highlight for 2013 is going to be my Mary Lou Luminizer from the Balm. And actually, I have this little one, which was like a sample from a subscription bag. And I've had it for a while because just like the blush, a little goes a long, look, I just tapped it and it's like, a little goes a long way. And this has just the prettiest sheen to it. It's a gorgeous highlight color, just cheekbone, your brow bone, your nose, just anything, your Cupid's bow. This is just a really great highlight. The thing that I have for this one video, had to include this because in 2013 I was all about this palette, and it is the Naked Flushed palette, and it's by Urban Decay. And if you see this, I've actually used like pretty substantial amount. There's a big dent there. So it has the bronzer, the highlight, and the blush, and they're not in order. Obviously, I don't know how to swatch. But it's just the perfect everyday bronzing, contouring, blush, highlight palette. It's such a great travel palette. I have taken this with me when I travel because it's just a gorgeous travel-friendly palette that has everything that you need for your highlight, bronze, and also this is a really good bronzy color, but you can also use it as a transition color for your eyeshadow. It's very versatile. So that's what I have for you for part one of my best of beauty for 2013. I hope everybody is having a wonderful start of their new year. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Hi to all my new subbies, and check back for part two, okay, you guys? I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye, guys. Year 2013. I brought this, I brung this, I've brought in this, I've brought in this, I've brung this, I've taken this.